Part 5. Powerful alternatives to rosemary oil. While rosemary oil was a beautiful rediscovery for Grace, it's not the only natural oil that brings relief to tired, swollen legs. Depending on what your body needs most, there may be an oil that fits you even better. Let's start with arnica oil. Known across Europe, especially in traditional German remedies, arnica comes from a bright yellow flower and is a go-to for bruises, tenderness, and soreness after long hours of standing. If you've ever ended the day with aching knees or puffy calves, arnica might be what your body's been quietly craving. Grace's friend Helen, who runs a small vegetable stall, now swears by it. After massaging it in for just a few days, she felt a noticeable lift. Less stiffness, more energy in her legs. Then there's lavender oil. It's not just about the scent, though that alone is enough to soften the edges of a stressful day. When used as part of a nightly leg massage, lavender relaxes not just your mind but your muscles too. It helps calm overactive nerves, reduces nighttime leg cramps, and invites deeper, more restful sleep. Many who struggle with restlessness, especially in the legs, keep a bottle on their nightstand like a quiet lullaby in a jar. And finally, horse chestnut oil. A hidden gem for anyone dealing with poor circulation or visible veins. Used for generations to strengthen blood vessels, this oil helps reduce that heavy, dragging feeling in the lower legs. If you've noticed your ankles swelling or veins becoming more pronounced, horse chestnut can offer both relief and support. Each of these oils plays its own role in the journey toward better senior health. You don't have to choose just one. Some people blend a few drops of each into a carrier oil and use them based on how their legs feel that day. Because ultimately, it's not just about reducing pain. It's about reconnecting with your body and honoring the strength it still holds. And next, let's explore what happens after just 7 days of this simple practice. The results might surprise you, just like they did for Grace. Part 6. Frequently asked questions. As more and more people begin exploring this gentle daily ritual, a few common questions always seem to come up, and they deserve honest, thoughtful answers. Because when you understand what your body needs, you're more likely to see results and feel hope again. The first question we often hear is, can I use rosemary oil if I have varicose veins? The answer is yes, but with care. If your veins are visible or feel tender, avoid pressing directly on them. Use soft, upward strokes and be extra gentle. Afterward, elevate your legs for 15 minutes. That simple combination helps circulation without putting pressure where it's not needed. It's a gentle way to support your senior health without discomfort. Next, I'm over 80. Will this still work for me? And I love this one, because it comes with such quiet doubt. The answer? Absolutely yes. Age doesn't cancel your body's ability to respond. Grace was 72, but we've heard from people in their late 80s who felt stronger, lighter, and more at ease after just a few days of consistent care. Your body still listens. It just needs a little more time and patience. Another one that often surprises people. Is this just for women? Not at all. Men struggle with the same leg heaviness, poor circulation, and muscle loss. And many who've never tried self-massage before are shocked by how deeply it helps. Not just their legs, but their mood, their sleep, and their confidence. Senior health isn't gendered. It's about caring for the body you've carried through life. Now, how long should I keep using it? Start with 7 days. That's a great beginning. But after that, listen to your legs. If they still feel heavy or tired, keep going. For many, this becomes a comforting daily habit, like brushing teeth or sipping tea before bed. And if you don't feel a huge change right away, that's okay. Healing isn't always instant. Pair the oil with small daily movement, good rest, and plenty of water. Tiny shifts, a little less swelling, a slightly easier step, a deeper night's sleep, means something is already working. Stay with it. Your legs are listening. Part 7. The final message. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something that might be the most important message of all. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime, through laughter, grief, long walks, quiet nights, and joyful reunions. They've been there, even when everything else felt heavy. And now, they might ache, swell, or feel slower than before. But that doesn't mean they're broken. It means they're asking for care. In a world obsessed with youth and speed, we forget something simple. Senior health isn't about chasing the past. It's about honoring the present. Taking 5 minutes each day to gently massage your legs isn't just a wellness routine. It's an act of self-respect. It's a way of saying, you still matter, you're still here, and you're worth showing up for. This isn't about perfection. It's not about looking younger or doing everything right. It's about noticing yourself again. That quiet moment with your hands, your breath, your skin, it's powerful. Because attention is a form of love. And your body is still worthy of that love, no matter how many years have passed. So tonight, find a quiet space. Warm a little oil in your palms. Breathe in slowly. Let your fingers move with intention. Feel the tension melt, the heaviness ease, and the presence return. This is your time. This is your body's way of reminding you, you're not done yet. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment below and tell us, what part of your body needs the most love right now? And don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Elder Wisdom for more real, simple ways to feel stronger, lighter, and more alive. Because healing doesn't begin with medicine. It begins with noticing, with slowing down, with choosing, day by day, to care for the body that has never once stopped carrying you. You know, there's a certain kind of pain that creeps up with age. It doesn't scream, it whispers. A slow heaviness in the legs, a dull ache in the knees. The kind of stiffness that turns getting up from a chair into what feels like lifting a bag of concrete. That's exactly where Grace was a week ago, 73 years old. A retired teacher. She loved tending her small garden, but lately, even walking to her mailbox felt like a chore. Her sleep was broken, her steps were unsure, and like so many in her age group, she quietly wondered, is this just part of getting older? But here's the twist. In just 7 days, something changed. Her legs felt lighter, the swelling had eased. The pain that once made her wince just faded. She was sleeping better, walking easier, even enjoying her morning stroll again. And the most surprising part? No prescriptions, no doctor visits, no fancy machines. Just a few drops of something most of us have tucked away in our kitchen cabinets, rosemary oil. It sounds too simple, doesn't it? But simplicity is often where healing begins. This humble oil, used for centuries in traditional remedies, holds a secret modern medicine often overlooks. The power to gently restore what aging tries to steal. Blood flow, flexibility, peace. This video isn't about miracles. It's about real tools for senior health. For those of us tired of being told to just accept it. It's for anyone over 60 dealing with leg pain, swelling, and stiffness, who's still holding on to the hope that feeling good isn't behind them. It's ahead. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how this natural oil works, how to use it the right way, and why it could be the gentle turning point you've been waiting for. Let's start this journey towards stronger, freer, more supported legs, one drop at a time. Part 1. Why legs weaken after 60. Let's rewind a bit. Before that small bottle of rosemary oil changed everything, Grace's story was all too familiar. At first, it was just a little ache, right behind her knees after a walk to the mailbox. Nothing dramatic. She thought, maybe I just overdid it today. But over the next few months, the signs became harder to ignore. Her ankles would puff up by evening, even on days she barely moved. When she bent down to water her plants, her calves would cramp like clockwork. And eventually, something deeper set in. Not just pain, but a kind of quiet defeat. By 72, even getting out of her recliner required effort she never expected. The confidence she once had in her body started to slip away. But why does this happen? Science gives us a clearer picture. After age 60, our circulation naturally slows. The blood vessels that once pumped easily begin to stiffen. Blood doesn't flow as smoothly to the legs, and even worse, it struggles to come back up. This means less oxygen, less nutrition, and that familiar feeling of tired, heavy limbs. It's not just discomfort. It's a sign the body needs help. Then there's the fluid buildup. When the kidneys and lymph system don't filter efficiently anymore, water pools in the lower legs, pulled down by gravity. That's why swelling, especially around the ankles, is so common in seniors. And it's not just cosmetic. It makes walking harder. It throws off your balance. It even steals your sleep. And perhaps most overlooked, muscle loss. Without regular movement, the muscles in your thighs and calves start to shrink. You might not notice it right away, but it shows up when your knees feel less stable, when stairs look steeper, when you find yourself grabbing the railing more than you used to. This isn't about age catching up. It's about the body quietly asking for support. And the good news? Support is possible. In the next part, I'll show you how a forgotten natural oil, one with deep roots in ancient healing, started bringing that support back, one gentle massage at a time. Let's take a closer look. Part 2. Discovering rosemary oil. Now, here's where Grace's story takes a surprising turn. It was an ordinary Tuesday afternoon. She wasn't searching for a miracle. She was simply reorganizing her spice cabinet, a task she hadn't done in years. That's when she found it. Tucked behind a half-used bottle of vinegar and some long-forgotten oregano was a small glass vial. She turned it in her hand and read the label. Rosemary oil. Grace smiled. She remembered buying it years ago after reading it might help with sore muscles. But, like many things, it had been pushed to the back and forgotten. That night, her legs ached again, and instead of reaching for her usual heating pad, she thought, why not? She warmed a few drops of the oil between her palms, then began massaging it gently into her calves. Slow upward strokes from her ankles up to her thighs. The scent was herbal and grounding, but what happened next was unexpected. Within minutes, a soft warmth spread beneath her skin. Not burning, just deeply comforting. Like her legs were finally being seen, heard, cared for. That night, for the first time in weeks, she slept through without waking up from cramps. So, what's the secret behind this simple oil? Rosemary oil has been used for centuries in ancient Greek and Roman medicine. And for good reason. It boosts peripheral circulation, helping blood reach the legs, feet, and ankles more efficiently. For senior health, especially for those experiencing swelling, stiffness, or leg fatigue, that's huge. It also contains rosmarinic acid and powerful antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation and soothe irritated tissues. And if you've been feeling muscle tightness after walking or standing, rosemary oil gently relaxes those muscles, easing the tension you didn't even realize you were holding. For Grace, this wasn't just a new routine. It was a rediscovery, a quiet ritual of healing. And what's even more remarkable? The changes didn't stop there, because in the next part, you'll see exactly how she turned this simple habit into a complete transformation. In just 7 days. Stay with me. Part 3. How to use rosemary oil effectively. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly did Grace use rosemary oil to see such dramatic changes in just 7 days? It wasn't complicated. In fact, that's what makes this so powerful. The best time to apply rosemary oil is right after a warm shower. Your skin is clean, your pores are open, and your muscles are already relaxed. It's like setting the stage for healing to begin. But even if you haven't showered, just make sure your legs are clean and dry. That's enough. Grace would start by holding the small glass bottle in her hands to warm it slightly. Then she'd pour a few drops into her palm, rub her hands together, and pause, just for a breath. She'd inhale the fresh herbal scent of the oil. And in that moment, she wasn't just treating her body. She was acknowledging it. With slow, gentle circles, she'd begin at the ankles, moving upward, over the calves, behind the knees, and into the thighs. No rush, no force, just steady, intentional movement. One leg took about 5 to 7 minutes. During the massage, she breathed deeply, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Her breath and her hands moved in rhythm. It wasn't just physical care. It was emotional restoration. And she didn't do it just once. Grace massaged her legs twice a day, once in the morning to energize her body for the day ahead, and once before bed to release the tension and pressure that had built up. After a week, the results were undeniable. Her legs were more flexible, the swelling had gone down, she was sleeping more soundly, and perhaps most beautifully, her spirit felt lighter, more hopeful. This is the kind of gentle daily ritual that speaks directly to senior health. It's not about quick fixes or miracle cures. It's about giving your body what it quietly needs: circulation, attention, and care. So if you're ready to take this further, let me show you what happens after a full week. Because Grace's story is only just beginning.